What's going on, everybody? Just hanging out here. I wanted to do a video and give you an update. I know it's been a while since I posted, so here's what we got going on the bike. As you can see, pretty radical changes right off the bat from what it was before. It was obviously more of a stock, low-slung, bobber type bike. Done a lot of changes here, so let's start at the front. We'll work our way to the back. First and foremost, the crown jewel of the whole thing, really, in my opinion, the 12-over Springer. Narrow Springer, not really much room for a front brake or anything like that. And there, I got the 21-inch front wheel spool hub with a dual sport tire, rated for 90 miles an hour. So that'll be kind of cool. Gives a little texture to the tire, kind of a cool style. And I got a matching tire in the back there. So all the front end, you can see the let me zoom focus, the engraved spacers that I've done in the previous videos. Outer space on this side, and then spaced out, it says, on the other side. So that's all set. That's where those go for those who weren't sure. Coming to the middle of the bike. So the previous owner had this thing wired up like nuts. I mean, it was all kinds of messed up. I'm still in the process of getting rid of some of the old junk that they had. So I'm going to be rewiring the whole bike start to finish. Part of that is that he had the whole system here kind of zip tied to the seat post. I've undone all of his work there. I'm doing a coil relocate. Got the new top motor mount. I have to fabricate a strap to go up to the frame here. So relocated the coil, so the plugs are in the back. I'll have new plug wires being made to hook up to the spark plugs there. So that's kind of cool, and I just kind of made a little bracket there to help so that the bolts don't pull through the actual coil body. So I got that going on. Got a new oil tank, cool CDC oil tank. So I just taped it off. I actually just drained the oil out of it because I'm going to be working on the mounts for it to get better mounts, so it's not just a bolt through the frame. I have some countersunk counterboard bungs from bungking.com that I'm going to be getting on those and get proper mount. My buddy was over just earlier this week and helping me out, doing a lot of work. He hooked up the passenger pegs, got those mocked up. We had to do some work on the rear brake line to get that all done. You see the actual drum cover. It's hard to see with all my painter's tape in the way, but the actual drum backing plate says "Somebody Stop Me" engraved in there, so that's kind of cool. White grips all around, so I got white foot pegs, white passenger pegs, white shifter peg to match the white hand grips. Got the throttle, new clutch lever up front. I'll be ordering a new clutch cable, probably in black, to get that all cleaned up and match the throttle cable coming down. These are new pipes. They're not the pipes that were on it. I was looking at the carburetor, and this is the classic Zenith Bendix carb with the adjustable main jet. And normally, from what I've been reading and finding out, is that, you know, the adjustable main, maybe somewhere between 3.5 to 4.5 turns out, is pretty common. This was at a half a turn out, and then the air screw was all messed up with it. So the reason it wasn't running right before, as far as the jetting aspect, absolutely in the carb. So I took the whole carb apart. I did a rebuild with the original legit leather accelerator pump bell down in it. Rebuilt the whole carb, got that running right so that the carb can actually hold a tune now. Got a new air cleaner that actually has a filter in it, as opposed to the last year filter that was on the bike that was basically it's basically this old school drilled air cover, and it had a huge wad of steel wool just jammed in there as the air filter. So rock and roll on that. That's actually fixed. The choke lever actually works now. The choke butterfly actually operates, so that's all good. Currently working on the next engraving part. So these are going to be tank panels on standoffs. So I'm engraving them first. Got these steel mounts, and basically what they'll do, I'll have my buddy weld those steel mounts so that I can then mount these aluminum panels to the gas tank once the gas tank is painted. So I got those lyrics there, and then this panel here, I got one more silver dollar will go on this piece, and I'll engrave it first and then bend it to the contour of this tank up here so that it'll actually sit somewhere in that neighborhood, wrapping right around the gas cap. And then down at the base down here, I'm going to actually mount a 1971 silver dollar to match the lyrics and be kind of cool. So working on that right now, getting those all cut from a piece of aluminum, cut, sanded, filed, holes drilled, engraving. I'm not quite done with this one yet. I still have to go through and do all the dimples through the negative space, so got a little bit more work to go on that. What else? Sissy bar and fender. Yeah, so we got the new 18-inch rear wheel all spoked up, trued up, laced up in there with a brand new hub and brand new tube and tire. Got that mounted. Doing some mock-up right now for the rear fender and the sissy bar, and over here working out the details for all the sheet metal that I have to cut for the 3 seat pans. I'm actually going to do the king queen seat in 3 different sections so that for 1 I can build it myself, and for 2 I can do the upholstery myself. If I do them in 3 sections, it'll actually be easier for me to do the vinyl on each panel and then mount it myself, rather than having to pay somebody to do, you know, one continuous flowing piece that would just be way out of my league. As far as paint, I'm waiting on a tester paint to come. I'm looking at doing the Roth Rattlebomb Metal Flake Blue. So that's coming in the mail here shortly. I got 1 can of it just to test it out on a piece of scrap to see if I like the color, the shimmer, the style of it. If I do, the plan is that the frame, fender, gas tank, and oil tank will all be in the Metal Flake Blue. Then the sissy bar will be chromed. Obviously the front end is chrome, and then all the aluminum parts will go on, and then the seat panels will be white, kind of an off-white. I'm actually going to go to the fabric store and get a vinyl that's off-white to match this kind of off-whitish rubber. So all the white will kind of be continuous throughout the bike. So that's the idea. Blue base, repaint the cylinders and heads black, get those cleaned up, and then have that pop of white on top of it. Be super clean, super cool. So lots more to come. Once I get past the fab work, I'll have to tear the motor out of the frame. I'm going to do some Bondo and actually cut off a lot of the extra tabs, have all these holes welded in and clean those up. Do some Bondo to clean up and mold some of these sections and get them a little bit smoother and put down. So I got a lot of finish work to do there, but while the motor's out of the frame, I'm going to take the top end off and probably do a top end rebuild kit too, with pistons, rings. I got new rocker boxes in hand that are more of like a polished chrome look, so that'll clean those areas up. And like I said, I'll paint the cylinders and heads while I'm at it. So that's where I'm at, that's where I'm headed. Thanks guys for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. Hey, if you could take just 60 seconds, down in the description below, you'll see a link for my Redbubble page. Redbubble.com is an awesome site where creators can come up with designs and then have those designs printed on merchandise for people to buy all over the world. So I took some time and I came up with this one right here. You see I'm wearing it today, the Ironhead Rocker Box logo. That's available on my channel. Again, link in the description down below. You can find this and other designs that I've done on everything from t-shirts to sweatshirts, their coffee mugs to wall clocks and stickers, you name it, it's on there. So if you could, check out what I have going on. Every purchase you make on that page for my products, portions of those proceeds come to me to be able to help get this thing done. Every penny that I get from Redbubble is going right back into this bike and more YouTube videos for you guys to watch. So thanks for watching, thanks for checking out that site, and until next time, get out there in the garage and build something yourself. See ya guys, bye.